Hello folks, welcome back. In this lecture we are going to update our Apache httpd.yml file. We will add additional tasks and we'll see how we can use that for the roles. For that I am copying this file into my setup-apache.yml. I am creating a new file called setup-apache.yml. So let's copy it and we are going to edit this file. So first thing is we are installing packages, right? So while installing, if we are installing, then only we want to start our Apache service. For that, if we remember, we have used a statement called notify and handler. So we are going to use that option over here now. Here we are going to add notify start Apache. Okay. So this is the notification and this is the handler. Okay. Now I can add handler over here. So handlers, so start Apache. So but if I keep my handler over here, there is a problem because all these tasks are considered under handler and it won't get executed. That is the reason. Always please keep your handler at the end of the file. If you want to check, just let me save this file, and if I execute Ansible playbook -i hosts, okay. So if I do httpd --check, so I'm just checking it out. So you can just see what will happen. So it is installing httpd under handler section and start Apache. Okay. Remaining all tasks, it is going to ignore it. Okay. We are not expecting that one. Let's go and edit it. So we need to keep this one at the end. So let me copy this one and go end of the file and go to insert mode and copy your content. So I'm just copying it out. Now let's go and remove this one. This is no more needed. So let's delete it. Okay. So now here also we need handler because we are installing HTTPD service. So notify start Apache 2. Okay. And this should come under to handler. Let me copy it out and go to end of the line and again copy it. So just copy it. That's it. So we have handling the handlers. So let's remove this one. This is no need. Okay. So this is how we can change our file. So if you do remember, we have already done this one some time back. So we are first installing the HTTPD. If it is installing, then start the service by going here. Similar way, if we are installing HTTPD on Ubuntu, start the service. So now we'll execute it because we have removed it in our previous lecture. Ansible playbook -i hosts setup Apache, right? So apache.yml --check. So let's check out it. All right, it's working perfectly. Then install it. Seems there is some issue on RHEL server. Let me go and check it out. So this is RHEL service HTTPD status. It's failed because of some permission issue because it is accessing port number 8082 at the network level, which is not enabled at RHEL OS network level. To fix it quick, I'm just going to reinstall it. I was trying to change some other configuration on this server. Let me reinstall HTTPD. Remove HTTPD. Yes, I would like to remove it. And /httpd conf. Here we have okay rm-rf because these are not working properly. So rm-rf. So let me reinstall it. Yum install httpd, sorry, httpd. Yes, I would like to install. Okay, service install. Okay, sorry, service httpd start. Okay, this time it has been started. Okay, it's running. Cool. Now what we are going to do is we will access this one from the browser. Now we are going to access this one from the browser. Let's take the RHEL server URL. So it is running. Then then Ubuntu also it is running. Then Amazon Linux. Okay, here also it is running. So now if you see it is running on port number 80 nothing, but you don't provide, by default it access from the port number 80, but I would like to run it on port number 8081. For that we need to update our configuration. So here if you see there is a more/etc httpd conf httpd.conf file. If you see here in this, there is a option called listen, right? In listen it is listening on port number 80. Similar way, if I open here also /etc httpd conf httpd.conf file, you can see listen port number 80. So it is listening on port number 80. Similar way, if we go here in this location cd/etc apache 2, in this we have a file called ports.conf. In this we have a listen option, that is port number 80. So it's listening on port number 80. Now we want to update this one with the port number 8081. For that we need to update our Ansible playbook. So setup apache.yml. So if you scroll down, okay, yes. So for that what I'm going to do, I'm going to search for a module for that. Ansible module to update a file. So we are just searching for update a file module and line in file. This is what I'm looking. So line in file, if you go, so this will help us to replace some of the characters, and these are the parameters, and path is required. Anyway, if you scroll down for examples, you can see here. This is one of the example to replace enforcing SC Linux. So similar way, if you scroll down, you can see here, ensure the default Apache port number is 8080. So this is what we need, but instead of 8080, 8081, we are going to change it. And line in file. So what is the path? Path is /etc httpd conf httpd.conf. Regular expression. So it looks for this particular regular expression, listen. So it will go to the target system and looks for listen. Yes, here we have listen. So now it is going to remove that one and insert after. It removes this line and insert after this one, hash listen. Nothing but here above line is hash listen. After this one, it is going to insert. What it is going to insert? Listen port number 8081. So it removes the entire line which starts with listen and replace with this line. Okay, that is what we are expecting. Let's copy this one and go here, copy it. So I just need to update the alignment. This is here. So I'm changing it to 8081. Same over here. So 8081, and it works only for Red Hat servers, right? Because for Ubuntu it is again differ. So I'm just mentioning it as a when Ansible OS family is so and so. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing is whenever we update any configuration file, we should restart our services. So to restart again, I'm going to use the notify. So notify and restart Apache. So now I'm notifying it. This I need to again handle it, right? So go to under handlers. So here minus name, restart Apache, and same thing. Okay, service module we are going to use, then name httpd and state restarted. Okay, state restarted. So we are going to restart whenever we update our configuration. Same thing will applicable for Ubuntu also. So for Ubuntu also I'm going to write it minus name, ensure the default port number is 8081 on Ubuntu. Okay, then line in file it is same. Next path, so path is here, it is pwd slash etc apache slash file name is port.conf. So this is the file. Next regular expression, same thing, listen. Next insert after, so where we need to insert this one, if I go to this file I need to insert after this line, right? So I can copy entire line. So here I want to insert it. Then what is the line we want to insert? Listen on port number 8081, and then when it should execute when our Ansible OS family is Debian. Okay, then again notify restart Apache 2. I'm just giving 2 so that it would be easy and I can handle this one over here. So let me copy this one. So to handle minus name, so minus name this one, and service, next name Apache 2, right, for this one, then state restarted. That's it. And we don't need to specify the when condition over here because it is going to execute when you say this one. Okay, so we can ignore this one even here as well. Okay, that's all for this one. Let's save this file and let me open it once again. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to install the httpd and I will notify it and install Apache 2, then copying the file. Next ensure this port has been replaced with 8081. Similar way here also 8081 whenever OS family. Okay, so all looks good for me. Let's test this one. Ansible playbook minus I hosts setup apache.yml, right? Minus minus check. We are just validating it. Okay, you can see here installation is skipping, but whenever we are updating the port number, it is changing. Whenever it is changing, it is going to restart the Apache. But you cannot see that starting the Apache is not there. Okay, so let's execute this playbook now. Once we have executed, we could see that our Apache is running on port number 8081 instead of 80. So copying and changing the port number. Okay, in RHEL, yes, there is a problem. Why? Because we need to enable at network level. So I'm skipping the RHEL for time being because it is more like OS related issue. So let's go and refresh our page. Now you can see it won't work on port number 80. Even this one also, even this one as well. Okay, so nothing is working on port number 80. Among this 119 is RHEL. Anyway, RHEL doesn't work. So I'm not testing on this one, but here I'm going to test it out. 8081, right? Okay, one last thing, we need to enable this one in our security group level. So let's go and check it out. So inbound, I'm just updating it. So adding a rule. So 80812 to 8090. I'm adding around 10 ports, 8081 to 8090. because we are going to testing furthermore. So I have saved it. So let me execute it now. Yes, it is running on 8081. Now if I see 8081, this also it's working, right? But in RHL it won't work because it's not restarted. We need to do at the network level some configuration. So I'm just going to ignore this one. Now one last thing we are going to do, that is, again I'm editing setup apache.yml. If you see here, if I want to change port number 8081 to 8082 or some other port, again I need to edit all these locations. Instead of that one, what I am going to do, I am going to use a variable called port. There I will decide which port I should use. So I'm adding a variable here, vars. So variable name is port colon 8082. So I'm replacing 8082. So here I should come down. So let me give the spaces over here. So here instead of this one, I'm going to use port. So let me copy this one. So same thing I'm going to do over here as well. So just port, same thing over here, port. Okay, so this is how we can replace it. Let's save this one, and before executing I will just show you that whether it is modified or not through earlier playbook. So you can see, yes, listen port number 8081. Even if I do the cat of this one, you can see the 8081. Now if I execute this playbook again, this time it should change it to the 8082. Okay, so let's execute this one. And whenever it changes, it is going to restart the service. Okay, I don't want to reload. You can see here it is changing to 8082, and it is also handling the restart Apache. Anyway, RHL it is not working, and if I check it again, this time 8082 it would be there. So listen, yes, 8082, same thing over here, it's running on 8082. If I refresh these pages now, it won't work because 8081 it is not working. Let's change it to 8082. Yes, same thing over here. If I refresh, it doesn't work. So if I do 8082, it works. Okay, so that is how we can write our Ansible playbook. And if you see how big it is now, sorry. So if you see how big it is now, so it is too big. Okay, now it is not good to leave like this. That is the reason we are going to use Ansible roles. Okay, we'll see Ansible roles in our next lecture. Thanks for watching. See you there.